Hi everyone, I hope this works this time. Okay, take two. It's Leah here from Gutsy Change Education and Coaching, and with the 4R process, the step one of the 4R process, which is recognise, and we're just going to do this one, recognise, in two parts. So I'll do that tomorrow. So 4R process, and I'm sorry, I'm laughing because the first one didn't work out. So, Rose, can you let me know? Can you hear me this time, please? Okay, 4R process. And now this isn't going to work this time, is it? Yeah, no. Anyway, live and learn. 4R process is recognising your emotions, your negative emotions. It sucks, doesn't it, having negative emotions? I mean, and we all have the problem of having negative family issues and arguments, and they really suck, and they disempower us, and it disempowers our family as well. It's a lose-lose situation when we're having arguments and conflict with family that is unresourceful, and it doesn't lead to a better outcome for us. Okay, so thanks, Rose, appreciate that. So obviously doing Facebook Lives on your mobile is heaps better than doing it on your laptop. So the 4R process is number one, recognise, number two is reframe, and number three is release, and number four is retrain. Okay, it's in my book. I've written about it in my book. This process has originated from John Assaraf's 4R process, and then I've tweaked it to include a couple of other different people's analogies as well as my own as well. So it's a bit of a process, but it's one that I use in my coaching and in my training programs, and I want to share it with you guys over the next couple of days so that you can start doing it yourselves. So the problem, you know, we have the negative family issues, and it's really disempowering. How would it be if, instead of it being disempowering, that this conflict within families actually empowered us and enabled us to learn and to grow and become a better, stronger family unit where our family's got our backs and supports us and loves us unconditionally no matter what. So that's my mission that I'm on, and the 4R process is part of that. So the first one is recognise, okay? So we often have negative emotions. Obviously, we've got anxiety, depression, sadness, jealousy, hurt, betrayal, frustration, depression, all of those emotions. And along with the emotions, we also have negative thoughts, negative beliefs about ourselves and our situations, our families, and we also have negative behavioural patterns. So if we could just stop, focus, breathe in the goodness, breathe out the crap, okay? Breathe in the goodness, breathe out the crap, okay? And give ourselves permission. It's okay to have these negative emotions. That our emotions, our negative emotions are here. They're our best friends. They are teaching us. Hey Paula, thanks for being on here. Our negative emotions are like the buffel grass in the APY lands. They're like weeds, okay? So the buffel grass in the APY lands, that's the Ananu Pitjantjatjara Yankunytjatjara lands, where Dom Barry's from. Thanks, Dom, for watching. And when the whitefellas came, they wanted to use the Ananu Pitjantjatjara Yankunytjatjara lands to farm their their cattle. So they introduced buffel grass from London, most probably wherever it was from, overseas anyway. It wasn't from here. And it's a weed. And so it overtook everything in the APY lands. It overtook all the flora there, which then affected the fauna and the bush tucker. The animals didn't come. And everyone says, well, why don't Ananu just go out bush and get their bush tucker? If they want to live out bush, why don't they just get their bush tucker from the bush? Well, they can't anymore because the weeds have overtaken, and there is no bush tucker anymore because of those weeds. and it's destroyed the whole ecosystem. And that's what negative emotions are like in our brains. If we feed and water our negative emotions, they overtake, and then we're left with just negative emotions and we forget about the positives. Then we're left with depression, anxiety, we're focused on fear instead of love, we have all the problems in our family. So we've got to water and nurture the positive emotions and pick out the weeds, okay? So so that's part of the negative emotions. We can't escape the weeds. We can't just go out into our gardens and expect that there'll never be any weeds in our gardens, okay? There's always going to be weeds in our gardens, and we've just got to learn to manage them resourcefully, okay? And pick them out, get rid of them, okay? So, and it sounds really easy, and it is, and it is simple. However, it can take a bit of time, and it takes a bit of retraining our brains, because remember, we have been ingrained since birth and taught by society, television, friends, family, schools, teachers. Religion is a big one that teaches this. You know, not to feel any of those negative emotions, especially anger. Oh God, if you're feeling angry, then that's really bad. Especially if you're a redhead. Oh, you're labelled as just that angry redheaded kid. You know, so the fiery redhead. You know, heard that so many times. And if you're angry, then that's a really bad thing. It's not. It can be a really good and positive thing if we learn how to manage it appropriately. And so that's part of this 4R process, is learning to manage our emotions properly. So the first bit is to recognise it. Okay, instead of pushing it down with alcohol and food and drugs and gambling or sleeping or watching too much TV or playing too many video games, whatever your vice is, instead of pushing it down with those things, and ignoring it and just not feeling and just going, oh, no, I'm not going to go there. It's a matter of going there and recognising it and giving it permission to be there. It's okay. There is a reason for it. It's there to teach us, for us to grow and develop and heal, okay, some of our childhood hurts that have happened to us, or adulthood hurts. Okay, so that's the first one, is recognise. Okay, and part 2 tomorrow will be like recognising where they're coming from. So tonight is just recognising what the emotions are instead of denying them and not giving them permission and sweeping them away. Recognise them, allow them, and give them permission to be there. Okay, then tomorrow nights will be about why. What are the 3 fears of that make us have these negative emotions in the first place? Okay, so stay tuned for tomorrow night for the 3 fears of why we have these negative emotions and how we can counteract that. So in the meantime, keep being gutsy, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.